Microsoft has just released a brand new Windows 11 update, and it adds one of the biggest recovery features we've seen in years. But that's not all. This update also improves widgets, adds better update controls, introduces a new screen tint feature, fixes several Bluetooth issues, improves File Explorer performance, and includes plenty of bug fixes. So in this video, I'll walk you through everything that's new in the KB 509, 5093 update and explain what each feature does while showing you where to find them. So go ahead and click on Start and head into your settings. Once you're here from the home, head straight into Windows Update. But before we begin, this is currently an optional preview update for the Windows 11. That means you can install it now if you want early access, or you wait until Microsoft includes these changes in a future mandatory update. Throughout this tutorial, we'll cover the major new features, how to use them, and whether this update is worth installing. So with that said, let's get started. Once the download finishes, Windows will install the update just like any other cumulative update. Your computer will restart after the installation process, and once you're back on desktop, all of the new features included in this update will be available. Now that we've installed the update, let's take a look at what is one of the biggest additions in the KB 509, 5093, a brand new recovery feature that could save you from having to reinstall Windows if something goes wrong. So to access this, just head into System and then scroll to where you find Recovery, click on Recovery at the bottom, and then you're going to find a feature known as the Point-in-Time Restore. So one of the standout additions in this update is Point-in-Time Restore. This feature is designed to make recovering your computer much easier. Whenever a Windows update, driver installation, or newly installed application causes unexpected problems. So instead of going through the lengthy process of reinstalling Windows or manually troubleshooting every issue, you can simply roll your system back to a previous working state. It's an extra layer of protection built directly into Windows, making system recovery much simpler than before. Now, how does this actually work? Behind the scenes, Windows periodically creates restore points while you continue using your computer normally. By default, these restore points are set to every 24 hours and are kept available for several days. If a future Windows update, driver installation, or software change causes your computer to become unstable, you can simply restore your system back to one of these earlier restore points. That means less downtimes and less frustration and a much faster recovery process. Recovery isn't the only thing Windows improved. The next feature focuses on widgets, making them less intrusive while giving you greater control over the information you actually see. Now, for the restore points, you can set your restore frequency if you want it at 16 hours, if you want it every 12, 6, or 4 hours. And for the restore point retention, it can be every 24, 16, 12, 6, and 4 are exclusive to the Windows 11 Enterprise, but these are all available for everyone else. All right, so we can just go ahead and turn this off and close out of here. Now, for the next feature, which I mentioned earlier, would be the widgets improvement. If you open up your taskbar and hover above widgets, you can see that it doesn't open until you click on it. So Microsoft has continued refining the Windows widget experience, making it cleaner, faster, and much more customizable. One of the first changes you'll notice is that it no longer pops open automatically when you accidentally hover. Instead, they only open when you intentionally click on the icon. Now, this is a setting you can actually turn on or turn off. So when you click on the settings for the widgets and you head into Open Widgets board on hover, if you turn this on and close out of the settings and head back and hover above, it's going to open up. But if you were to click on settings again, turn this off, close out of the settings and head back and hover, it doesn't. All right, so just make sure to click on the widgets, and you can also filter through your news feed. If you don't want some certain types of info being displayed, just click on the 3 dots and select not interested and it would be removed. You can also customize your feed as well by clicking on the gear icon at the top right and then heading into show or hide feeds and simply turning the feed on or turning it off. That is an option as well. And you can personalize your feed by clicking on this and also selecting what you want to see, what you want more of. Heading out of here, the next feature that was showcased was a new Windows Update pause control. So if you head over to settings, let's go ahead and open settings, head into Windows Updates. And where we have the pause updates, you're going to see it here as pick a date. So managing Windows Update is now much more flexible. Instead of selecting generic pause period, Windows now lets you choose the exact date when an update should resume. This gives you better control if you're working on an important project, preparing for an event, or simply waiting for Microsoft to resolve issues reported in a recent update. Previously, many users relied on group policy or registry edits to gain similar control over Windows updates. Now everything is built directly into Windows settings, making it much easier for everyday users to temporarily display updates without using advanced tools. Just remember that security updates are important to avoid leaving updates paused for extended periods unless you have a good reason. Alright, so moving on to the next one, which is the screen tint. So if you've used Nightlight before, then screen tint built on that idea by giving you more control over how your display looks. Just head into System, click on Display, scroll down to Related Settings, and you're going to find screen tint here. So instead of only warming up your screen, you can apply different color features to adjust their intensity to better suit your eyes. So you can also increase the intensity of the screen tint by turning it on and selecting what you want and how you want your computer to look with the screen tint feature. Whether you're working late at night, reading documents for hours, or simply prefer a different display appearance, screen tint gives you more flexibility. As you move over the controls, the display updates instantly, allowing you to see the changes in real time. It's a simple feature, but one many users will appreciate if they spend long hours in front of their computers. Now let's close out of settings. Another feature that has been improved is the Bluetooth. If you open up your control panel, head into Bluetooth and click on More Bluetooth Settings, this update includes several Bluetooth improvements designed to make wireless devices connect faster and behave more consistently. One of the useful changes is that Windows now remembers your headset microphone mute status after reconnecting. So if your microphone was muted before disconnecting your headset, it remains muted when you reconnect your headset. Microsoft has also improved AirPods discovery, allowing compatible devices to appear more quickly during Bluetooth pairing. Alongside those improvements, overall Bluetooth stability has been enhanced, as well as the reduction in connection issues across many computers, wireless accessories. So users who rely on Bluetooth for team meetings, Zoom calls, or online gaming may also notice more reliable audio quality. All right, now another improvement was in the File Explorer performance. Microsoft has fixed several issues affecting the File Explorer. If you experience slow loading times, occasional freezes, or inconsistent performance while browsing your folders, those issues have been addressed. So the general responsiveness throughout Windows has also been improved, making everyday tasks feel more smoother. For users setting up a new computer, Microsoft has also refreshed portions of the Windows setup experience by replacing some of the older static images with short instructional videos. Although many of these improvements happen behind the scenes, they all contribute to a more polished Windows experience. So, should you install the KB 509 update? This update is actually worth installing. But if this is your main computer and stability is your highest priority, you may prefer waiting until these changes become part of Microsoft's next mandatory update. However, if you enjoy testing new features early and don't mind the optional preview updates, KB 509 introduces several useful improvements that are worth exploring. But before installing any preview update, it's always a good idea to create a point-in-time restore or enable the point-in-time restore so you have an easy way to recover if something doesn't go as planned. Now, you may notice that some updates I showed you are not accessible on your computer. Here's why. Most of these updates are actually hidden, such as the screen tint and some other features like the Windows Update Calendar, so where you can pick a date for your updates. In order to enable these features, just go ahead and open up your browser and simply, let's enlarge this, search for Vive Tool Releases, and then click on Vive Tool Releases. Just click on this link, and once it loads in, just head into the latest version, which is the version 0.3. Scroll down a bit and you'll see the Vive tool for Intel AMD. Go ahead and click on this and simply download it. So once the download has been completed, so click and open up the file. It's going to open up in your File Explorer, and then all we need to do is head into Downloads, and you're going to find it there. All you need to do from here is head into your computer, head into Local Disk, and then create a folder. So it could either be a hidden folder or hidden updates, whatever you want to call it. You can create the folder there. Now, the next step would just be to head back to Downloads and extract this into that folder. So extract everything into the folder. Just click on Browse, select where you want it. If you want it here, go ahead and select the folder, and then make sure to copy this address for the folder, and then simply click on Extract. So once the extraction is done, we're going to be opening up another application, which in this case is the CMD. So minimize, head into search, and then type out CMD. And then where we have Run as Admin, go ahead and click on Run as Admin. give it the access it needs, and then just go ahead and type in CD and then give space and then paste in that address we copied earlier. Now, once you have, go ahead and hit enter. So the next step from here is to go ahead and type out this code. And once you've typed this out, just go ahead and hit enter. It's going to show successfully set feature configurations. And then all you need to do is just restart your computer and all the hidden updates are going to be showcased. And that's everything that's included in the Windows 11 KB509 update. So if you found this tutorial helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.